Hello, I'm Lynn Kinsman, President of the congregation. Welcome to Board Planks, a new periodic communication from your Board of Trustees about what we've been up to and what's to come. The board has been very busy this summer. Our work has included 4 orientation sessions for our returning and 3 new trustees, and one given by our new treasurer, Craig Lending. A facilitated board senior minister retreat hosted at St. Joseph's Neighborhood Center. Establishing our board committees and chairs and our first meeting of those teams. And we had our August and September monthly Board of Trustees meetings where we set the calendar for the meetings and milestones for the full church year. And finally, a trip by your president, myself, Vice President David Pinto, Reverend Sherry and Reverend Vertis, and several staff members to the First Unitarian Church of Dallas, Texas, where we learned and shared with other leaders of other large UU congregations. These activities have culminated in articulating some foundational themes and specific fiduciary, strategic, and generative governance goals for this board year. The foundational items include always keeping in mind clear roles and relationships between the board, the congregation, and our minister and staff. And the second foundation is connecting to our vision. What's our why and who are we? And always keeping that in mind. And the third is expecting and preparing for change and always the messiness of life. So with those 3 foundational elements, we have 4 board goals. The fiduciary goal is to recraft and our monitoring and reporting and ministerial evaluation processes for more effectiveness and efficiency. The strategic goal is to take steps toward freeing up some funds for near-term ends-based projects. Our generative goal is to define and connect with our moral owners in and outside the church. And we'll be defining more about what moral owner means in future issues of Board Planks. And our special goal this year is sabbatical planning. So the role of the board in our model of governance is to articulate and hold the vision of the church. So we do this through setting policy and monitoring progress. Those policies include the hopes and dreams of this congregation in the form of our ends statements. The board delegates to the senior minister the operation of the church in pursuit of those ends, with clearly communicated priorities and boundaries. The board does not work in a vacuum, however. We represent a vibrant and active congregation, that's you, that lives in a wider world context. This board would like to increase our engagement with the congregation to help inform our strategic planning and visioning. Along with this new Board Planks bi-monthly communication, the board will be creating opportunities for deep listening and sharing with congregants several times throughout the year. Please be on the lookout for how you can engage and be part of the dialogue in the weekly connections email and in future issues of Board Planks. One way to stay informed is accessing the board meeting minutes on our church's website on the Board of Trustees page. They are posted there once they're approved at the next board meeting. And two-way dialogue can be through speaking with or emailing the officers, or just the president with your questions or ideas regarding governance, visioning, or strategy. We have 2 email addresses you can use. One is for all the 4 officers, the president, vice president, clerk, and treasurer, and they can be emailed together at bot@rochesterunitarian.org. That's BOT, stands for Board of Trustees. And if you'd like to reach just myself, the president, I can be emailed at president@rochesterunitarian.org. But please keep in mind that questions and ideas about programming, facilities, or day-to-day operations should be taken up directly with Reverend Sherry or the relevant staff. I hope you found this inaugural issue of Board Planks informative and leaves you feeling that you are part of the way this congregation moves forward in the world and you can participate. And I thank you for listening. I'll share the members of our board in case you're watching the video and not looking at the accompanying text. The vice president is David Pinto. Craig Lending is our treasurer. Emily Clasper is our clerk. And the trustees include Kathy Rita Cheplowitz, Carl Olson, Elise Wall, Keith Abel, Aaron Collier, Lynette Blake, Marianne Randall, and Ernesto Michelucci. Our board meetings are held on the second Mondays of each month at 6:30 p.m. To attend, please email one of the addresses we discussed earlier. And those dates are October 14th, November 11th, December 9th, January 13th, February 10th, March 10th, April 14th, May 12th, and June 9th. And we do recognize that October 14th and November 11th are holidays, but we have decided to meet on those dates. Thanks for listening to Board Planks. Bye-bye.